Act 1, Scene 4. Ooh, I actually lost some of my progress. Well, you'll get caught up then. Basically, this person here, Shannon, is someone who we were told that we should try and meet. Through the first part of the story, we interacted with a lot of mysterious characters, a lot of people that, were a little bit... The best way to put it is they felt almost incomplete, like shells of people. It was almost like you're interacting with them, and it's almost like they're already gone, is the best way to put it. And when you interacted with these people, you met apparently her cousin, who had a conversation with you, but it was very one-sided, basically telling you what you should do. And so you should try and find Shannon. Now, there's a gut feeling of mine that her cousin was actually dead, because her cousin, again, was very unresponsive to you, and the house that you found her in, once you were done talking to her, basically was devoid of any signs of life. Like, the sink had a giant cobweb in it, the stove was cold to the touch, nothing had been here, there's been no sign of life in that building for a while. And if you went out into the graveyard, you found a gravestone with the first name kind of marked off, but the last name was the last name of the cousin. So it's kind of alluding to the fact that she might have been dead. So, in that sense, you've now been brought together to unite with someone named Shannon. I think her last name's also Marquez. And you're actually playing as her to start at this point. So, we have a couple of options here. Shannon's apparently speaking into a large brick cell phone held up to her ear. And I'm going to say, yeah, it's kind of an emergency. Inaudible. I'm going to say, I guess he can't kick me out for another week or two. I say, yes, and I appreciate that, but overall, this section isn't really that useful. No, there's no real information gained from this phone call. But, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. I will say that I've been trying to keep a very positive character with my characters. I haven't been very bitter with any of them. So I've been choosing a lot of character choices or talking choices that revolve around still being caring. So, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Shannon hangs up the phone and puts it away. And here walks in our character. Here walks in our character, who's right now labeled Stranger, but his real name is Conway. Or, I think, yeah, Conway. Conway. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on. I'm looking for the on-ramp to... Shannon immediately jumps to conclusions. Now, you can either say, are you here to kick me off the property? Because, again, the phone call she was just on kind of related to her being kicked out. But, I think that I'm just going to go with the do you believe in ghosts, because both of them have been kind of called here by her cousin. So I think that that's where I'm going to lead this conversation. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. I can either say, no, that's not what I meant, or I can ask, what about a person? Can a person be haunted? That's what I'm going to do. Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. Last time I did this, again, I got to do this on the last stream. I said what haunts you, and he basically said like bad memories, stuff like that. I want to see what happens if I say me too. Oh yeah, is that what led you down here? I'm gonna say yes. So I guess this place must be pretty important. Maybe I'm in the right place after all. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm glad I chose that voice option. I didn't get that voice line last time. That's cool. Okay. Because again, kind of everything so far has been guiding you to this place. So, here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lisette's Antiques. I'm out here trying to finish this job. Okay. I want to say, what kind of stuff are you hauling? Antiques, good stuff. Lisette has a sharp eye for the little good that it's done her lately. Just one recession after another. Everyone's selling their old stuff cheap, but no one's really buying. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember seeing that address before. Now, I heard I need to take a driveway called the Zero, and if you notice here, Zero is kind of glowing eerily. It's always glowed. Every time anyone talks about it, it kind of has this fading effect on it. So I met this young lady named Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, and here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with, What? Now I can either say, Weaver Marquez, do you know her? Or the 0 is that around here. I can either deflect away from the person, lose that sense of the conversation, or I can actually investigate further. I'm going to ask about Weaver, because I kind of got into a good conversation with Weaver before. So, you saw her tonight. I mean, I know Weaver. She's, my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Before I said you're the one that fixes televisions. Again, because that's why I was originally sent to find her. But, I'm going to say I get it. She tricked me. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere. And we'd be hearing it echo through the house. Okay, actually, I really love this line, so I'm gonna reread this because I kind of messed it up. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd be hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door. Just come back from a trip to the junkyard, collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. That's cool. It's really neat, the idea, again. The entire statement wasn't a lie. He wasn't dead either. I was angry, but what she said wasn't a joke and it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. So I'm going to ask you, what are you doing down here, Shannon? Talked to Weaver early this evening too, or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. Why, so where did she see Weaver? At my workshop. She just appeared. I hadn't seen her since a long time. It's not such a bad thing, showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. And if we're gonna go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we gotta keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Again, she is very prepared for this trip. I'm just gonna say this right now. My dude rolled up here with a bunch of glass in the back of a truck, and she's like talking about actually trying to go in here and measure topology and everything. She's the only one that actually came to this place prepared. Here, let's look around. One more thing I should probably note, if you're still here, by the way, and if you're not, that's perfectly okay, but I'm just gonna kind of reference back to it. The very first scene of this game was you rolling up to a gas station in a truck, and the first man you interact with talked about how, did you hear about that giant accident up on 65? It sounded like a ton of broken and shattered glass, like he mentioned like a tractor trailer like full of, drinks or something had crashed. And it sounded like, it must have been pretty awful. And you're like, no, I didn't hear anything, didn't see it at all. And it kind of harkens to the fact that you might be dead, because you're driving a truck full of glass antiques. So it's like, the odds of you being that wreck are probably pretty high. So that's what at least I believe so far of this story. And it's never confirmed. That's, even in everything I've done so far with this game, I don't have anything else to tell, any spoilers really, because I never finished the story. Anyway, time to head into this mine. And he is slow walker. Okay. So as we head here, we now have the option to go into the PA system. Shannon, that runs to the mine's PA system. You think it still works? Say, only one way to find out. Alright, give it a whirl. You can say into the PA, is anybody down there? How big is this place? or just be silent. I said, is anybody down there? We got nothing. Yep. Good night. Again, yeah, get some sleep, and yeah, hopefully I can catch you around soon. See ya. Okay. Is anybody down there? Nothing. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay, even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep this stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. They got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script, you know. If you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, well, you have to put a token in. Oh, that stinks. My parents used to work here, so did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. Don't mind see what we can see. See, can we power it up? I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. Conway, can you say Conway clears his throat nervously? Conway tries to think of something clever to say, or Conway fidgets with the change in his pocket. Is it nervously? Heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Probably say something into the mouthpiece. Say, well, yeah, I hear ya. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Conway taps the mouthpiece. Conway rubs a finger along the surface of the mouthpiece. Conway clears his throat. Then Conway scrapes the coin across the mouthpiece. Conway knocks on the table. Conway hums in a deep tone into the mouthpiece. Conway spits. Conway whistles. Conway blows on the mouthpiece. Since it's me, and I'm known for blowing on my mouthpiece, we have to blow on the mouthpiece. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have been ruptured or joined up with their cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer. So just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? Conway into the pay. Here's a story. Oh, this is actually a tough decision. This is a really tough decision we need to do right now. So, although the breakfast sounds like we're not going to get as much information, the fact that you're having breakfast with Lisette, which is... I think I want to do that. Have breakfast with Lisette. Oh. She made biscuits. She made biscuits. She talked about her late husband, Ira. Then we just sat there for a bit. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped, yet low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable, or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece, and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Conway breathes and thinks about the road. Conway breathes and remembers a moment when he was younger. Conway breathes and visualizes a cold drink. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Like that. Fades to black. And we begin scene 5. Still within the Elkhorn Mine? I assume we're gonna wake up in a power rebel. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? Let's say my leg is stuck. Shit. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? I'm gonna say, it's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Damn, don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Okay. There's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of the auxiliary exits if there are any. I think there are. What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. The controls are on your side. Let's get moving. Here we go. With our broken, messed up leg, we're trying to make our way through. Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself. But this whole branch was underwater last I heard. How did that happen? Some careless miner or some unattended machine bored right through into an underground lake. The water came up pretty fast and lots of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. But there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off, but even then, it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... You lost the people down here, didn't you? We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. It doesn't matter now. Look at this old turntable, it's still wired up. Controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch the tracks. If the water hasn't damaged it too much, or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company's store. This junk, you know. The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place, or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is down here. It's all so dim and gray. Shannon connects 2 clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Pendulum and the casket. A dusty, reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with a tape, but starved for power. Because I'm freaking scared. Oh, I didn't know those were still down here. What was that? Look, there's a tape player down there. One of those old reel-to-reel setups. When this mine was active, a couple of folk music activists spent time here recording miners' songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break to sing into their microphone. And I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the activists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. Your parents sing? Oh, yeah, they sang. They sang in the mine for coal script tokens. That's sad. Well, it's good to hear more about Chan's story. Looks like we're at the end of this section. And we can't just ramp off the end, so back we go. We got back to the turntable, but I want to keep going and see what's actually further down this way. Oops. I looked away for a second, I got distracted. Let's see if there's anything back this way real quick. Nope. Okay, we're good, we're good. Sorry, I just wanted to take a peek. What is this? It's a huge opening. Terrifying. It's a stage? What type of stage? Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. What is this place? It's a recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but... This is where the archivist would record, and I guess when... Sorry, let me read one more time. This is where the archivist would record, and I guess they'd sequester themselves down by that tape deck we found to listen to the recorded songs. What do you think the archivists were after? Data, I guess? Comparing intonation, subject matter, diction, you know? All those little details no one really thinks about when they listen to music. And academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here. I just wanted to try listening into the silence and seeing if we could hear anything down here. Oh, hold up. Did anyone else see that? Did anyone else see that? Hold up. I'm literally got chills right now. Did anyone just see a person behind the cart? We're gonna turn this off for a second and we're gonna move. Oh my god. There's people. Look at all these people. Look at them all. They're all around us. That's okay. We're keeping the lights on for a little bit. Goodness me, we're keeping these lights on, man. Oh god. That's not good at all. If I had to guess, that's all the dead miners down here. On the track between the pendulum and the casket, so... Tuning. The animal bones in the rowboat, or the bat feeder and the scarecrow. So I think the animal bones and the rowboat were the ones that we were on originally. The bat feeder and the scarecrow we haven't been on yet. So let's go ahead and try that one out. Actually, yeah, let's do bat feeder and the scarecrow. Explore that. And then we'll go back to the animal bones and rowboat. And then go like past it and see if we can get out that way. Dude, those... Seeing the people showing up, I just had a gut feeling, you know, like if I turned those lights off, that like something was gonna happen. Dude, that's freaking terrifying, man. Ugh. Oh man, these poor people down here. Well, I'm gonna explore, let's explore left first. I'm gonna keep the lights off again, see if we see more people. Yeah, they're all here, man. They're just watching us the whole time, man. That's freaking terrifying. Here's a dead end. You hear that? Kind of muffled rumbling. Wait, hold up. Did we bring to the surface? It sounds like a highway. I wonder why they stopped digging so abruptly here. Maybe they hit a pipe or something. Look at that. I think we might have found the zero. That's terrifying. Yeah, let's head back this way for now. Ah. The tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. Well, I think at this point, the only option is to go back and retrace our steps and see what is down the main tunnel. Oh! I don't like how it's swaying in the background too. This is creeping me out, man. We're on the track between the bat feeder and the scarecrow, so we can either go to the animal bones in the rowboat, the pendulum in the casket, or disconnect the signal. We're going to the animal bones and the rowboat. We're going to continue right this time. Okay. Let's head down this way. And for the last time, I'm going to turn my lights off as we roll. You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to keep it on. I just want to have the lights on in case something is like scary down here that we need to interact with. Here's the exit. Nice. Thank God. Okay. I think let's go. I think we did a good job of exploring. Okay, that tunnel where the tracks are broken, I'd like to take a look down there. Do whatever you need. Sure, okay. I'll be right here. So I think that voice option was basically choosing who we were going to follow. Either just sitting here or going with her down in. So let's go ahead and walk with Shannon down. Hopefully. Or I might just messed up. Oh my. Oh guys, I made the wrong decision. This is scary. I should have just sat with Conway up in the freaking light. Oh, I don't like this. Helmets. What is going on? Yo, where's he going? Bro? Bro, you left your girl in there, man. You left her. Where the fuck you going? I guess we're going into a shack. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room. But a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez. Oh boy. And the green one is labeled R. Marquez. And the blue one is unlabeled. Oh no. Open the red one. Conway opens the red notebook. The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal halls. Open the green notebook. I saw her run in. On each page is a deliberately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces near the middle of the book. But there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the minecart tracks, collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another girl sits nearby, intently studying a book. Conway opens the blue notebook. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be... Oh yeah, this place. These books are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists? No. Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners. Oh no. Now we're seeing the difference here. Weaver, the girl that we found, that, I believe is dead, was one of the archivists. And poor Shannon here's parents were the miners that were forced in such horrible conditions. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. I'm gonna say slow. I don't want to bring pity to her myself. I just try and fight through it. Well, I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind if, you don't mind my hitching a ride, do you? I kind of got left out here, and I wasn't sure if, when I'd be heading back. I can drive. I think that's probably for the best. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. It's a tough choice. Well, so do you. Well, I still need to find the 0. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough. That's not exactly what she said. Oh my gosh, just like before, where they said I wasn't paying attention. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan. Right at Max and Piona, in the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. Either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first. Just let me know. I don't remember this, guys. I really don't remember this. This is new to me. I swear I don't remember the game going like this when we played it before. Maybe we can interact with Blue? Let's interact with Blue. Oh wait, how's it going, Blue? Blue, this is Shannon. I want to introduce Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. I never had a dog. Nice to meet you, Blue. Can you help with the driving? Maybe we can help your friend here too. Really sweet. That's antiques. I guess this is your truck? Surprised? It's kind of old. No, I'm not surprised. I guess it's an antique too. I think it suits you. I'm not bad. We can either Conway slows down a bit, or Conway doesn't want to stay any longer. Let's say Conway slows down a bit. Let's appreciate the moment. It's in here somewhere, I swear, what we're looking for. I swear that this, this mine is where we need to be. I just don't know where we need to go in there to finally get to our destination. Let's see what else we can find when we journey with her. Maybe she can give us some different insight. Conway gets back on the road, or Conway sticks around for a little bit. I think we stuck around long enough. Let's get back on the road. So here we are. We can either head to the bait and tackle shop, or we can head to her home. I think we head back to her home. Oh, I wonder if I went back and explored all the things that we interacted with before with her. Like the church and the museum and all those things. I wonder if it makes a difference. The book. We have to check the book. Look at the book. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. On the first page, someone left this ink drawing of a horse. Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man. So this is very similar to before. I want to walk through the glass doors again. I hear those voices too, right? Those are new, I believe. I think I'm gonna leave this time. It doesn't appear that anything's different from when we checked this before. Let's exit the museum. Let's get back to the farmhouse. Let's drive away. Act 1, Scene 6. Looks like we got to our next scene. The Marquez farmhouse. Is Blue gonna follow us or is Blue gonna stay? Looks like Blue's following us. We have a nice long walk here. Oh boy. Also, we might be able to find out more about that, cemetery from before. Oh my gosh, she's helping us. That's really kind of her. Let's take a look at it first. That's the same note as we got before. We now have the option to also be the shared option. There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. That's interesting. Or it's just art or something, I don't know. What are the names on the headstones? Kowalski, Padilla. I don't know these names. Maybe people who lived here before. I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything. Or maybe they had other symbolic meaning. Oh, Padilla. Isn't that Anthony Padilla? Anyway, sorry. But look at that headstone, Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Ugh. Where is that owl? I hear it all the time. Where is this owl? Hannah. So this is where she was. Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. You have any debts? I've really had any collateral. I owe some people some apologies. Oh, you're lucky that's all you owe. That's deep. My parents were like that until the company store found a way to get them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, or for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. It is fascinating. I remember the canaries used to basically signal whenever there was, poor conditions in a mine so that you'd be able to get out. It talks about basically kind of like the dad was more practical minded in the sense that he had like a mission for everything, he had a plan for everything, he had a material solution. and her mom was more spiritual, more connected to nature, more down with the canaries in the sense that it was more nature's beauty instead of man-made. Anyway, let's go see what else she has to say. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition. Said she was a mathematician or something? Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. Well, that's interesting. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. Guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. You happy to see her? I don't know. It was just so sudden and it wasn't like a reunion. She just appeared. That's not something you see every day. The old TV right there. That is a damned antique for you. And I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Hey, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a little bit, but come on, I bet Lisette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. I bet she's right. Is there anything else in the room we can look at first before we do that? I do notice the basement, kind of wish I could go down there, but I don't think there's a way for me to do so. So, I'll look at the TV. Just pushing her out of the way. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. How did we not notice that before? That's okay. I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? A little bit to the left? Ah, damn. Okay. I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. Gotta turn it north, south, and... No way! No way! No way! Look, there's the zero symbol! And our truck, oh my gosh, truck's going into it. They swapped, the screen in the background swapped, oh my gosh. Holy crap. And there it is. Wow. Wow. And if we didn't get to go to her shop and take a look at it. No, that stinks. It looks like we're not gonna get a chance to go back. We might have to go back to that at the end sometime. Wow. Oh my goodness. What an act so far. That is absolutely crazy. So, going into limits and demonstrations. Oh boy. What is this? Wall text, limits and demonstrations. A Lula Chamberlain retrospective. Marking the first major public showcase of her work in over 20 years, this retrospective exhibition of work by pioneering installation artist Lula Chamberlain comprises a diagonal slice through time, place, and form. The pieces on display here were individually debuted over a period of 35 years, designed in Chamberlain's various homes and studios between her beloved Mexico City and her native Elizabethtown. Look at that, Elizabethtown! They represent a range of scale and impact, from the intimate warmth of vertex texture fetch to the infamous visage, the latter of which requires a vertical clearance of over 30 feet. Wow. Yet these works share a confounding legacy. In each of their debut exhibitions, they were nearly impossible to install. Galleries and museums balked at the scale, power requirements, and highly skilled labor involved in maintaining these works for display. Some of their debuts collapsed under the weight of logistics, only to be successfully executed much later. And so, just as they described the outer limits of Chamberlain's range as an installation artist, the geographical edges and vertices of her itinerant? Let me read this word slowly, sorry. Itinerant. Don't know what that word means, actually. Itinerant home life, and the beginning and end of her distinguished career. The works on display here also trace the extremes of our capabilities and the frontiers of our patience as both viewers and exhibitors. Are we capable of viewing these works as they were meant to be viewed? Do we even want to be? Wow. Title card. Basement Puzzle 2. Artist, Sunset and Horse. 1976. Plaster and wire. What do you think she means by puzzle? Yeah, weird. I guess it's just something you can solve. It must be symbols. Artist, sunset, horse, or an anagram, or like a code? It's a misdirection. Maybe it's a puzzle, but there's no right answer. That is kind of sad. Not sure I get this one either. It is kind of fascinating. Title card. Overdubbed Nam June Pike installation in the style of Edward Packer. 1965, 1973, 1980. Magnetic tape, handheld tape playback head, speaker system, voice of the artist, computer synthesized speech. Oh, I read about this one. It's interactive. What's it about? It's an installation by a different artist, made of audio tape. And then she took it and recorded over all the tape with her own sounds. You can listen to it by running this tape playback head around on it. Let's try it out. I think you just start in the middle. As Bob drags the playback head across along the tape, a woman's voice issues unsteadily from the speakers. We start in the middle. Donald and Joseph are in the hallway. I am in an office. The walls are lined with filing cabinets. A few drawers hang open. The door is ajar. A massive computer looms in the corner. There are some punched cards on the floor. A synthetic voice recording spliced awkwardly onto a tape lists out options in monotone. Computer. To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate 7... Oh my gosh. To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches. Let's examine the cards first. Bob moves the playhead ahead another strip of tape. Encoded in the holes punched through these cards is a first draft of the poetic subsystem. I can't read punched cards by sight. Donald can, I think. Anyway, this version was pretty underwhelming. To leave the room, rotate 7 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate the computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches. Holy crap, let's activate the computer. Bob moves the playhead to another strip of tape. It's so loud, I love it. I am now holding 2 punched cards. On one of them, Joseph has scribbled a note, caves. The other is blank. To insert caves card, rotate 11 degrees and advance 2 inches. To insert a blank card, rotate 95 degrees and advance 14 inches. Let's load the caves card. We're on a dirt trail in the park. Or well, it's not really a trail. Oh, distant. It's a trail! It's more like a tendency. There tend to be fewer plants here on the path we've been walking. Walking sounds. Yeah. Lula. Now we're walking at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to mossy rock as the ground sinks into darkness. Joseph and Donald are following a rope down into the cave. They have a computer equipment tied to their backs. So do I. Enter the cave. Rotate 65 degrees left and advance 4 inches. And that's the only choice? Yeah, that's the end of that one. So 65 degrees, 4 inches. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Distant, the final resting place. Don't be so morbid. But remember a fond gesture. Rotate 48 degrees and advance 23 inches. To regret a harsh word. Rotate 12 inches and advance 6 inches. I want to remember. I don't want to regret. It's morning now. I'm in the car. I'm driving to work. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape, and then I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow. And who knows? I've been recording on this tape for 15 years, I think. A lot of other things have happened. So here is a story. When I met Donald and Joseph, they were both students, and I was in a band performing on campus. They came to my show, and then we met at some bar and had a few drinks together. Joseph wanted to impress me, so he stole a metal cocktail tumbler and gave it to me. We got kicked out, wandered drunkenly until morning, and finally ended up at a diner. And now I use the tumbler to store extra pens on my desk. Nice. So, I'm almost out of tape. I guess I'll let it just run for a while I drive. No instructions? Hey, go back a bit, maybe we missed something. Really? We've gone so far. Yeah, let's go back. Okay, sure. But I moves the play ahead to another strip of tape. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Let's regret and see what happened. It's late morning now. I'm sitting at my desk on my lunch break. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape, and now I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow. Who knows? I've been recording this tape for 15 years, I think. A lot of other things happened. Here's the story. The first time I moved to Mexico, I stayed there for 3 years. I had no contact with either Joseph or Donald in that whole time. They each thought I'd done it to spite them. Maybe I had, in part. But I don't think they ever appreciated the community I had in Mexico, or... Anyway, when I came back, I didn't call them or visit the university. I ran into Donald completely by chance at a hardware store. He asked me why I hadn't called. I told him it hadn't occurred to me. So, I'm almost out of tape, but... Let it run out while I eat. So you regret. She regrets letting the time just slip away from her and not being in contact with him. I have similar regrets. Similar people that I wish I would stay in touch more with. But I'm young, and clearly in this case, she ran out of time, so guess I need to act too before I run out of time. Anyway, I think it's time to continue on. Emily, no instructions? No, that's the end of this last tape strip. I don't think we ever reached this long. I don't think we ever reached this long one at the top here. Is it cheating to skip over there? I won't tell a soul. Bob moves the play-by ked to another strip of tape. Listen, think of our work, our research. We'll die in these damn cold caves. What about those men? You know they'll never come. You know they'll come back. We'll go deeper. That's all. They'll never find us. Do you hear their voices? They're not. They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is raining through the whole damn cave. Jeffers is right, we can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon, I'm heading down to the zero. You'll be lost forever. But we need your voice for the machine, Lula. It only recognizes your voice. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and you can see what your damn machine does with it. Oh. What the hell? Oh, I guess we're back. Let's see what the next piece is. What were the names of our friends again? I don't even know who these guys are. What the heck is this? It's like a person formed inside these. Visage, 1984. Unknown media. What kind of machines are those? Looks like, yeah, teletype terminals. It's an old PDP tape cabinet, I think, or something from that period. My uncle used those to slice a visage. To build a visage, a puzzle to its owner. What? The poem I read. I think it was written by a computer. I think it's lovely. Damn, I must have chosen the wrong option. Didn't get very much out of that one, huh? Look at that face that fades in and out. It's like a man. He has like glasses. Like a bearded face. I don't even know. Really briefly you can see it. It's beautiful though. Every once in a while you see the eyes. Title card. Protects texture fetch, tree, television, and suspended cathode ray tube. 1968. Bound materials. Picture on the TV. What is that? It's a lighthouse? No, it's a weather vane, or a windmill or something. Remember on the front of the barn there was this spinning symbol. It looks kind of similar. Is it a lighthouse? Title card. Spinning coin. Suspended. Correcting for angular motion. 1976. Found materials. What a lonely image. It feels so strangely live, or didn't you have one of these? This is strangely alive, like it's about to fall over. I mean, the coin's about to fall over? I can't really tell what kind of coin it is. My uncle used to collect coins. Did I tell you that? He was crazy for them, like really obsessed. This coin actually doesn't look real. I think it's... No! No! No, 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 no. It's a... What was the word for the coal mine chips? It was one of the chips. Oh no. The suspended chip. I'm really drawn to it, but it just makes me nervous. Bro, I feel like I'm missing so much. This is like all these pieces connect to the Marquez, to the mines. It's like I'm missing these pieces. I might have to watch this back later and kind of share what I think about it more. The last time I want to read this description again. Notice demonstrations. Lula Chamberlain retrospective. Lula. Hopefully we find Lula. Or we keep reviewing these works as they're meant to be viewed. Or do we even want to be? Well, everyone. I wonder if there's anywhere else to go now. Did I miss something? Oh, I see. Guess I'm ready to go. Bit more, yeah. Shows us. I need to get to work anyway. Wow. That was just a cutscene. Are you joking?